So when you were younger, I heard that you did something pretty interesting. Two guys, and you're on like an apology tour about it.
Okay, well this came up. So I, as you mentioned by saying the word podcast many times, I have started a podcast with two of my best friends from growing up. And obviously with two best friends from childhood, stories come up from that era. We were reminiscing about the clothes that we wore when we were in middle school. And one of my favorite items was this wooden clog from J. Crew. It had like a thick, it was just designed to break your ankle, like as efficiently as possible. And it had this thick wooden sole. And the thing I associate the most with it, and this is horrible, and this is a mea culpa, but in 4th grade, I found it amusing to see what happened to the boys in my grade when I kicked them in the balls with that shoe.
Yeah. Just curious, what happened?
It was fascinating because these boys in 4th grade, like the number one thing as a boy in my school at least was like nothing phases you, nothing's happening. I have a hoodie and no one can see me and just like I'm not here.
I have a hoodie.
And when they got kicked in the balls, suddenly this version of them would emerge that was like nauseous and crying and like a big thing. And I was like, wow, this is like a different side of you that I'm seeing. And they were like, it's not happy, it's not a good side. Stop doing this. And I was like, but is it real? Like, how real is this feeling? I don't have that. I don't have what you have. So I don't know how this is.
You are
like,
incredible.
we have different glands. Like, I don't know. I just have, and anyway, so it was like a couple of them, a couple of times. And every time I would be like, are you really in pain? And they'd be like, yes, I'm throwing up. Like, this hurts. And anyway, so this came up on the podcast.
I love that you would kick them and then what does it feel like?
Well, because they'd be like down on the ground and be like, so is it like, are you nauseous? Are you, because nausea feels weird. I don't understand the nausea. Tell me more. And they're like, I can't talk. You know, anyway, so I feel, so all the boys that I went to school with, I am so sorry. I hope it caused no permanent damage. And thank you for informing what I now need as information for the mother of a boy who now possesses those, and to all the future people in Arlo's life, if any of you kick him in the balls, I'm coming for you.
Or they might be his future. You don't know. You're the future.
Right. Never mind.
Well, there's no segue there. We're just gonna catch some commercials.
I don't think it was my most prized, but it's what popped into my head.
I don't want you to steal this from me, Slinkies.
Slinkies!
Damn it. I knew you were going to steal.
Damn it.
The Steve Madden Slinkies.
Okay, well, were they called Slinkies formally?
Yes, that was the name of the shoe.
Was it actually?
Black Slinky, yes.
Okay, it was basically a brick that was black, and on top of the brick, on top of the brick was like a very loose already elastic that got very loose within about a week of owning them, and they were
Slinky 30.
That's the one, babe.
They existed to break ankles.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
they were so hot.
They were.
I think my first version was like an ugly leather 9 West version, and then I upgraded.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have the real
And then I upgraded to Steve Madden.
You got a fake.
But am I
So
right
did I,
that
for sure.
Christina was the first,
I
and
think
we
she
all
was
thought
the
it was a
first.
big
Are
deal?
you sure?
Might have been
I'm
you.
going to take that.
It might have been
This
you.
consumerism thing is
first.
such a bummer.
I also got chunky Steve Madden
I
leather
remember
buckle.
those were ugly.
I love
We thought
them.
they were so cool.
Oh, I thought they were
cool.
so
Mary
hot.
Jane's.
Oh my god, we all looked like we were gonna tap dance at any second.
They were this high. They were like 8 inches
What were
high.
we doing? We looked like the female romantic lead in a musical at all times, just like running around with our Mary.
Our outfits were horrifying.
They look like character shoes.
Do you guys remember?
Oh wait, the J. Crew clogs. Okay, this is a big deal.
I remember
so
those. Those were literally on wood.
I have been confronted about this because
I had them.
You had
so they
them.
were a wooden like platform, like a Dr.
think I
Scholl
know.
platform
I
shoe,
didn't
but
have
on
those.
steroids. And then there was
that
like
for J. Crew.
a brown leather loafer on top kind of the platform. It was basically like being a tall preppy person.
I'm seeing them for $52 on Poshmark.
Oh my God.
I
Don't
need a
not send them to me.
I want to research all of this.
I know knowing how much these things actually cost now as an adult would be really interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, the reason I know I had these wooden platform shoes in 4th grade is that I used to kick boys in the balls, and I've been confronted about it since for fun. I thought it was funny.
I don't remember this at all. This feels so anti-Allison.
I want this to serve as my like restorative apology to all the boys I've kicked in the balls. And there were many of you. I didn't understand the pain that you were experiencing. It didn't feel real to me. I thought it was charming.
Charlie?
And it was a way of taking power from you guys.